Hey folks, Country Prepper here, and this is my Condor Rodan. Most of you have seen this before if you watch my channel on a regular basis. I didn't really care for the leather sheath that it came with. I bought it used, so the sheath was kind of stretched out. Whoever had it didn't take the best care of it, so I made this Kydex sheath for it. And the little update on there, I put that tech lock on there so that I can carry it scout style. So I've always wanted a knife that I could do that with. This one's the perfect size for it. So to give you a few quick specs on this, like I said, I bought it used, but it has a 5.25 inch blade, 10.5 overall. It is full tang, and it has this really beefy, big, round handle on it. But it is very comfortable if you have large hands. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, if you have medium or small hands, you're not going to like this handle. But for a guy with big, meaty paws like me, if you wear a large or extra large glove, this handle is very, very comfortable. You can squeeze it all day, no hot spots. So it does have a 3/16 thick blade on it, and not really exactly sure what it is brand new. I will leave all the specs down in the description box below, along with a link to this on Amazon. It goes for about 30 bucks. So it's really great budget, survival knife type of option. Good for camping tasks or survival tasks, bushcraft tasks. It's just a good overall knife, I think. So it does have this little spot up here where I think they could have put a choil in it. But I guess you could put your finger there if you wanted to, but it's not really very comfortable. So it is kind of like a full flat grind with a convex, maybe. I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, got it used, so I can't really tell if it's been reprofiled or not. I took it and sharpened it just a little bit. Come out really good. So 1075 high carbon steel, 30 bucks. You can't really go wrong with this knife. So what I'm here to do today is a one stick fire challenge. And for those of you who have never seen this done, it went around YouTube a couple years ago, but I haven't seen anybody do it for quite a while. You want to find a stick that is, well, it's a little more than a stick, but I'm using this. Something about the length of your arm. And you process it down and make a fire out of it. Now, it has been raining out here for the last couple of days on and off. It's pretty cool, obviously, by the way I'm dressed. It could take off raining again. I got my haversack with my poncho, my military poncho, and a bunch of other stuff, but I'm going to spin the camera around, zoom in, process this down, and show you how you can make a fire in wet conditions. This is the perfect conditions for doing a challenge like this. So this is the time when you would want to do something like this. You process the wood down to get to the inner core where it's dry so that you can make a fire. So let's get started. Well, the piece of wood that I chose is just a little big for this knife, but I think it's going to do the job anyway. This is actually, believe it or not, the very first time I'm using this knife, so you're going to find out how good it is just as well as I am. I'll make a few feathers here. Got a really good sharp edge on this piece of wood to make some nice fine feathers. Now, being the first time that I'm using this knife, you kind of got to figure out what works best for doing this. Should ought to turn towards the camera a little better. Sometimes pulling or pushing, it's just hard to say. With every knife's just a little bit different. But that's some nice fine curls that it makes. Not exactly sure what kind of wood I've got here either. I'm going to bust this stick in half. I'm kind of having a hard time controlling it. And then I found this little thing. Make some little chunkier curls to get some a little better fuel to get started. Some fairly tough wood. Oh, I think that's more than plenty. Set some of the stuff aside and make a few more feathers, and we'll get it started, get it lit up. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I did not choose the best wood for making feather sticks. The softer the wood, the easier they are. Pine is excellent. I don't have much pine around where I live. I'm making some big, beefy, chunky feathers here. Curls, whatever you want to call them. I think I got plenty of fine ones. Alright, so I made myself a hell of a pile of shavings here, and this is why I really like these big ferro rods, is you can just stick it right down in the middle of that and just blast the crap out of it. Anybody that tells you this is easy is full of crap. Yeah, it just goes out just as soon as I get it lit. I don't even have time to roll it over. A bigger portion of it lit. Damn it. Alright, I'm screwing this up. And this log is really wet, so it's kind of fighting me here. So I'm going to set some of this up on top of some other here. There's plenty of air. Let's give it some more air. I am not going to let this beat me. Well, I think I might finally have it. Well, that was a little more work than I had anticipated, but as you can see, you can get it started, and I thought this knife performed really well. So I'm going to send out 5 tags for this, just because not everybody always does the challenge. So first, I want to send out the challenge to Bo over at Hellhound Outdoors. I think he probably should do some more skills videos, and I think that would get him more subscribers. Second one, Ben over at Living Survival, since I did his Smalls, Altoid Smalls tin kit. Hopefully he'll do this challenge too. Next is Chad over at Sufficient Survival. I think he would do a really good job with this. Joshua Moran. I think he'd be great at this, especially if he uses one of his big knives, Josh, if you're watching. And then last but not least, Bushcraft in West Virginia, or Bushcraft in WV is actually what the channel name is. And I will have, he's a fairly new channel, go check him out. I will have links to all those channels in the description below, along with the link to this knife on Amazon and all of my social media links. So go follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. So that is it for today, guys. I cut this off just a little bit early. I probably could have gotten that fire going a little better, but the wind is picking up pretty bad, and there's a cornfield not too far from me, so I don't want to burn down the farmer's crops. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.